First at 6. Two of the top Democrats in Vermont's House and Senate just announced they have agreed to make the cuts Governor Phil Scott asked them to when it comes to the 2025 Budget Adjustment Act. Senate President Pro Tem Phil Baruth and House Speaker Jill Krawinski say they will remove nearly $15 million in spending from the budget the governor thought was unnecessary, but there is something they want to see. ABC 22's Matt Holderman joins us now live in the newsroom to explain this new compromise and just where we go from here.
Thanks, Lauren. Yeah, this is a move that you likely would not have seen any of the past few years, but now that Democrats know they don't have enough votes to override Scott's veto of the BAA, they appear to be acquiescing. They say the one thing, though, that they want from him in return is that he not exit the most vulnerable people from the state's hotel-motel program on April 1st, and other people gathered at the State House today, too, to ask the governor that same thing. A letter unlike any other to come out of the Vermont State House the past few years. Senate President Pro Tem Phil Baruth and House Speaker Jill Krawinski released this Tuesday evening, saying they reluctantly accept Governor Scott's reasons for vetoing the 2025 Budget Adjustment Act and will adhere to his request to remove spending that he deemed excessive. The leaders of each of the two chambers writing in part, quote, "To speak frankly, we have very significant concerns about eliminating funding. We understand, however, that Governor Scott is firm in his demand regarding removing those funds. We ask only one thing in return.
Make sure that everyone in Vermont has a home to live in."
Baruth and Krawinski want the trade-off to be the Scott administration using DCF resources to keep the hotel-motel program open and funded past the April 1st cutoff, as they worry that children, pregnant women, disabled Vermonters, veterans, and more would be left without shelter. Dozens of people rallied outside the State House all day Tuesday requesting that same thing from the governor and sharing their disappointment in his veto.
He's taking away this shelter without offering any plan or anything that is viable.
It's unconscionable to displace 400 people, including children, without a plan in place of where they can go.
I've watched people slowly kind of fade away, and I'm kind of sick of all of my friends dying.
While the governor has yet to respond to Baruth and Krawinski's request as of Tuesday evening, the entire House Republican caucus met inside the State House just hours before that letter was released and explained why they support the governor's veto. House Minority Leader Patty McCoy argued the hotel-motel program has been a failure and does not want to see it expanded any further.
Since the program's expansion, over 130 Vermonters have died in the program. When people are in the motel rooms, more are disconnected and isolated from services they may need, like addiction and mental health treatment.
Now, this has all developed very fast this evening, and there could be more reactions and changes coming later tonight, so we will be sure to keep you updated on exactly what happens and how the governor eventually responds. For now, reporting live in the newsroom, Matt Holderman, ABC 22 News.